Hey logo designers, this is Michael, and today I wanted to show you how you can export and import data from Logo Package Forge so that you can carry over all of the font organization that you've done on one computer to another computer. If we take a look at Logo Package Forge here, we see that we have our default sets, all fonts, favorites, and hidden, and we have 7 favorites. They are here in this list, and we've hidden a whole bunch of fonts. To add these favorites and hide all of these fonts, it takes a lot of time and it's a lot of effort. And if you had to redo that every time you installed Forge on a new computer, it would be pretty tough. In addition, we've created a number of custom user-defined sets here. We have about 7 of them here, and they all have 3 fonts inside of them. So we want to take all of this data and all of this work that we've done and move it over to a different computer. And it's very easy to do that. All we have to do is come up to the hamburger menu at the top right of the extension if you are in the Mac ecosystem, or it will be on the left if you are on Windows. But we'll click this hamburger menu and we will simply click Export Data. Then we will see a pop-up that explains what exporting will do. And we are going to click Continue. Now we will pick a destination. I'll choose my desktop here, and you can see that this is a special file with a .fex extension at the end. This stands for Forge Export. So we're just going to click Save. And now we have our file on our desktop. So in order to import the data on a new instance of Logo Package Forge, you're going to have access to that .fex file. So you might want to put it on Dropbox or email it to yourself, use a flash drive, whatever you need to do, but you're going to have to move that file to the new computer. So let's take a look at a new instance of Logo Package Forge where we can import the data that we just exported. So now we have a fresh install of Logo Package Forge on another computer, and you can see that we don't have any favorites, there's nothing that's been hidden, there are no font sets. Let's now import the font data that we exported from the other instance of Logo Package Forge. We'll go to the same hamburger menu on the top right on a Mac and on the left on Windows, and we will go to Import Data. Now, you will have to have moved that data file from your other computer to the new computer, and we will click Continue to find the file and import it. So this is on the desktop here. I will open the file, and we will begin the import by clicking Import. Now you can see that the interface has updated, and there are all of the favorites we had selected before. All of the fonts that we wanted to hide are now hidden, and they are removed from the all fonts list. And we have all of our sets that we had created in the previous instance now available on this computer. There is one difference though here. We will see that in the text set, there are only 2 fonts, whereas every one of these sets had 3 fonts in it in the original computer. This is because even though all of the data from the previous instance has now been imported, we don't necessarily have all of the same fonts on both of our computers. Maybe you have a Windows machine and a Mac, and when you're moving from the Mac to the Windows machine, the default fonts are different, right? The system fonts are different when you're using Windows versus using a Mac. So there are likely to be discrepancies because some of the fonts that you have put in these sets are no longer available. So let's look at this text set, and what we'll see is that the all-round Gothic font is missing, and all of its styles are missing as well. And when a font is missing, we will get this little warning signal letting us know that it's not available on this computer. If these were fonts that you bought and downloaded from a foundry online, then you can simply grab the files from your original computer and move them over to the font folder in this second computer, and it should come back and show up again in the list here after a reload. Or if these are Adobe fonts that are missing, you can also just enable those fonts again through Adobe, and they should show up on your computer and also in the Logo Package Forge font list. So this is how you can export and import your font data between instances of Logo Package Forge. Thanks for watching.